Hi everyone, this is Dina. I'm the Nightly Stitcher here on YouTube and over on Instagram. Um, I'm back. It's been over a month since I did a Flosstube. I try to do them every couple of weeks or so. I did one on pretty much on schedule a couple of weeks after my last one, and for some reason my recording on my phone shut off a couple of different times, and after I rewatched it, I just scrapped the whole thing and thought I'd just do another one in the next day or two, and that didn't happen. So yeah, and then I'll tell you about everything else as we go. But welcome to everybody that's stopping by. If you're new here, I hope you stick around for a little bit, see what I have. Have quite a bit of cross stitching to show you today. If you're not new, welcome back, and if you're a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. I'm not too far from 4,000 subscribers. I'm about 95 subscribers short. So when we get to 4,000, I'll be doing a giveaway. So if you are new, or if you watch and aren't subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe and like my videos, and then you can also get notifications if you ring the bell as to when I upload a new video. This is December the 6th, I believe. It's Tuesday. Tuesdays are the day I like to do my videos because my husband goes to play pool with his brother at the senior center, so I have the house just me and the dogs, and hopefully the dogs won't be barking in the background. They're sleeping right now on the couch, so other than the little Tudor, the little Tudor. Say hi, Tudor. Say hi, Toot. Yes. So Tootie, as you know in the last video, she had been having a lot of like hypoglycemia attacks, and she has ever since we got her. And we'll have her 2 years. She was born December the 27th, I believe, of 19, and we got her in March of 20. So we have had her 2 years. So then she'll be we'll have her 3 years in March. But she's had a lot of like hypoglycemic attacks, and I had talked to the vet. I mentioned it in my last video that talked to the vet, and he said he'd like for her to put some weight on because she was 2.9 pounds. Always been tiny. So anyway, we've always fed our dogs once in the morning, once at night. But we've always had bigger palms. And so that's what we've done with her. And we didn't realize it, but the vet said, well, feed her more often. And so we've been trying that. We've been feeding her every 2 or 3 hours. And she's gotten to the point now, since we do that, I believe if she gets hungry, she lets us know. She acts like she wants you to pick her up, but then she backs up. She doesn't want you to pick her up. It's like, no, I don't want you to pick me up. Go get my food. So we're feeding her about every 2 to 3 hours. She had one episode, 5 days. We started her on a new diet with homemade food. We have homemade food that we do, and then we've also put her on canned food because she's so picky. We have to switch things up. And she had a spell one day short of a week, I think it was, after we had put her on the new diet, and has not had any since. So that is really good. And she acts like she has so much more energy. She used to play with her toys, and she just got to where she wasn't playing with her toys. I didn't realize it might be that. I just thought, well, she's not a puppy anymore. But anyway, now that she's eating more often, she's playing with her toys a lot. And we had to go to the vet to get medicine for some of our other dogs yesterday, so I took her along with us because I wanted to weigh her. And we weighed her, and she weighed 3.6 pounds. So she's gone from 2.9 to 3.6. So she did gain some weight, and I think the whole feeding thing was the issue. I hope it is. I feel bad you know, if it was my feeding or not feeding her the way she should have been fed. I've had dogs my entire life, but I've never had one that had to eat so often. So hopefully this is taking care of that, and we're good to go now. So anyway, that's the update on her. I did want to let y'all know that I do have some finishes today, and some FFOs. Finally finished. Finally got some stuff done. I have them. I'm going to show my New Year's Day start again. It's going to be a Sal if anyone's interested in joining that. I have some whips. I have a lot of whips, but it's just kind of the stuff I've worked on in the last month since I recorded last. Have a little bit of haul. So, let's see. Also, I was gonna, let's see, I updated you on Tootie. I got my new couch and love seat since about the time I did my other video. Well, actually, no, we got it the day before Thanksgiving. We were really hoping to have it before the holidays, and we got it delivered the day before Thanksgiving. So we've got our new couch and chair now. And I have my notes here. I tried to reorganize, or let's put it this way. I tried to organize, because before I just kind of put it out here and go through it, and I'm trying to use an organizational system. So hopefully things will go better, because it never fails. I'll get done and it's like, well, I didn't show that, or I jump around, and I'm hoping this works a little better. And speaking of organized, I can't find my tripod for my phone. I was rearranging the living room, and I've got a bare spot over here by the stairs that the main tree goes, and all I have is the post and the stand, because we put up a artificial tree, and have the rest of the decorating done, but I haven't got the regular tree or the main tree up. So anyway, that looks real attractive sitting in my living room, but hopefully I'll get that done in the next day or two. I just do a little bit at a time. So let's see. Since my last video, I had mentioned that I was going to do one right after the one that didn't work so well. Well, I think it was a Friday or a Saturday, something like that. It was on a weekend anyway. Right after I nixed the other video and was going to do a new one, I was eating some Gardettos, you know, the little snack mix with the little breadsticks and pretzels and I don't know what they are. They're kind of a little thin toast, like a rye or something. They're real hard. So this is a little extra sharing, but I have to say it to tell you what happened. But anyway, I was eating the Gardettos. Well, I have an upper denture, and I've had it since I was in my 20s. I had really bad teeth, and so I, you know, when I was growing up, my parents were not one that took you to the dentist on a regular basis. I mean, you went to the dentist when you needed a filling done or something like that. You just didn't go and get your teeth cleaned and all. So anyway, I had really bad teeth. So I've had an upper denture since I was in my 20s. Well, I was eating the Gardettos, and I feel this kind of weird feeling in my mouth, and I lost a tooth. I broke a tooth completely. I got an itch. Broke a tooth completely out of my denture. It was one of these front ones, so of all things, but anyway, I go into my husband. He's in his office working, and I said, well, I got a problem. And he's like, what? And I went, you know, I smiled, and he's like, oh my God, do you have it? And it's like, do you have the tooth? And it's, no, the tooth went down with the Gardettos. So it's like, well, I'm not filming a video like that, and I'm not going to town or anything with the front tooth out. So anyway, I called the dentist on Monday, and they got me in on Wednesday, I believe it was. And I got a new tooth, so I'm all set there. So then I planned on doing a new video, and just, things going on, I just couldn't get it done. And so then a week ago, this past Saturday, I was coming down these stairs here. There's like four of them, there's 4 steps. And I had a bunch of stuff in my hands, and I fell down the steps. So it hurt, but it didn't hurt as bad as some of my falls, because I have problems staying upright for some reason. Klutzy, I guess, and try to carry more than I should. But I think what happened was my foot was too close to the edge of the step, and it just slid off, and I just boom, 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 boom. And so anyway, my husband was in the basement doing something, and he come up and he said, "Are you all right?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm fine." My knee hurt, my butt hurt, because I fell kind of on my side over, more on my right side. But right after I got up and we went in the kitchen, it's like, oh, my lower stomach hurt really bad. So I thought, well, is there a connection there? Because I didn't have it before. So then that was Saturday afternoon I did that. So I just kind of laid in the recliner Saturday, the rest of the day, and Sunday. Monday I called the doctor. By Monday I was feeling really bad. I mean, my whole midsection hurt, and couldn't tell whether it was like a muscle hurt or an internal hurt. So, like maybe I had pulled something loose. I had no idea. So anyway, I called on Monday. Well, he couldn't get me in until Wednesday. So I said, okay, well, I'll take it. 4 o'clock Wednesday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Monday and Tuesday, I felt really, really bad. There was a couple times that debated over going to either urgent care or the emergency room, but I just held off. And so I started putting a heating pad on, and that seemed to help more than anything. By Wednesday for my appointment, I was feeling quite a bit better. Still hurting, but felt quite a bit better. So I thought, well, it can't be anything super serious then. So anyway, I kept my doctor's appointment, went to see him, and he said he thought I just strained all my muscles in my stomach. So anyway, he said, take it easy for about a week and try not to overdo much, and I did, and now I'm all back to normal. Everything's fine, but I fall all the time for stupid reasons. But in fact, I fell since then, but and then I just sat there and laughed. But then Tootie comes around the corner. I'm sitting in the floor laughing, and Tootie comes around the corner, and she's like, "What'd you do, Mom?" So anyway, she was there to help me out. So that's what's been going on. So I have been stitching. I didn't stitch when I fell. I didn't stitch from the time I fell until Wednesday before I went to the doctor. I think I did Wednesday or Thursday. I think it might have been Thursday. I actually did some stitching. So yeah, I had a few days off that I didn't stitch. So today I'll show you my FFOs. First of all, this is kind of off season, but I finished it a couple of days. Dog hair. I finished it a couple of days before Halloween, and so it's one of the Waxing Moon Trio patterns. I don't know if it's Halloween Trio, I'm not sure. It says treats down the side. I still got dog hair. Treats down the side. I had a couple little pumpkin buttons that I cut the shank off, and another dog hair. I cut the shank off the buttons and glued them onto the house. And then these are just straight pins. They're yellow-headed straight pins. I poke in there. We don't have little kids around, so I don't have to worry about little kids pulling these pins out. The only grandchild we have is Austin. He's 18, and if he pulls these out and gets stuck, that's his fault. he knows better, so. But anyway, yeah, I don't have little ones to worry about. I could probably put a little bit of glue on there, but I didn't. Things change, I might have to. I fully finished, well, I think I might have shown you this finished. I don't think I did, but if I did, you're going to see it again because I added these little buttons down here on the bottom and just a couple of gold safety pins. And I finished it on the back. I always have dog hair or lint. I just finished it on the back, and I haven't put a patch over it, and I may not. It's good enough for me. But this fabric is old. It's like it's not silk, but maybe rayon or something. It's really slick, but it matched so well with the color of the thread. So it's one of those fabrics I thought, I weeded out a lot of fabrics and donated them to our help center a good while back, but I thought, well, it's just a little basic check, and I'll hang on to it in case I need it for something that worked great for this. So that is the Blackbird freebie pattern from 2002. And then I made some ornaments the other day. I did this. This is a little Lizzie Kate. I'm not sure what issue it's out of, or what pattern it is, but I did this one. I put the rickrack on. I added the little snowflake at the top of her hat. I added the little package button and this other snowman button. And then I have, let me see if it'll focus there. I have a bunch of these trims that I like real well. They're flat and I just glue them around the edge. So I think this is called Santa's Helper. And then I finished this one. Another Lizzie Kate. Let me lay these down so I try to keep from bobbling. This one is a little puffy, and I think what happened, I put interfacing on the back of it, and I think my interfacing came loose. So I don't know whether I should have done that or not. But anyway, I glued a little button tree here, and I put a red bead for his nose, and I used the same trim on the sides. And then the last one is Jingle Jingle, and I'm not sure that these aren't out of the same package or the same pattern. I just don't remember. So Jingle Jingle, I added these little metal snowflakes. I think they're Mill Hill, and this little holly button, cut the shank off of it, and then same cording, and then I put the silver cord up at the top. And then I'll show you as I get to my haul, but I ordered these iron-on labels, and it just says made by Dina Gentry. So I've been wanting some way that I could mark my pillows, anything, any of my little small things that aren't framed. So I ordered these. I ordered some from a company on Etsy, and I didn't get them. So finally I messaged them and I asked them if I was going to get them, and they said, well, they already shipped and I should have already received them. And so, well, I hadn't received them yet, so I asked them if they'd just cancel my order and refund my money, and they did. They were very nice about it. And so I ordered from a different company, and I'll let you know that name. And I got these really fast. And that's been, 2 weeks ago at least, 3 weeks ago, and I still haven't gotten the first one. So I don't know if they got lost in the mail, or maybe they got lost and didn't get shipped out. But they said they got shipped out. This one I was going to show you because I saw it this morning up in my sewing room, and I haven't done anything else with it. I did this. It was in a magazine. I think it was in a Just Cross Stitch magazine, and I thought it was really cute. The colors in here are different from what I'm used to using, but I did it on foam core board on all of these, 3 different layers. I covered another board and put it on the back, and then I was just going to put it on an easel. Well, I never could find cording or anything to go around the edge that I like, so I'm still debating over I'm thinking about trying to match these 2 colors in some DMC floss and maybe putting cording around here or just around here. I can't decide, or whether just to leave it the way it is, but I thought it was really cute. So I just grabbed it while I was up in my sewing room looking for my tripod, because who knows where it went. Let's see. Next on my list was my regular. I got stuff piled everywhere. It's going to go crashing. I'm really trying not to bump my table with my phone on it, because it's going to crash if I do. I am going to go, I don't know if I said it or not, but I'm going to go through Christmas ornaments that I have made over the years as we get towards the end. It's been a couple of weekends ago when Alicia from the Fanciful Flamingo and Chris from the Camping Stitcher, they were doing a weekend that was 6 and 6. So you could either work on 6 projects or start 6 projects, whatever you wanted to do. And you worked an hour on it. On Saturday and Sunday, you had 2 days to do it all. So you had 6 projects in 2 days. I made 4. I didn't get the others done. So I worked on Quaker Gone Tropic, which you all have seen before. And it was the last one I worked on. And when I knew I wasn't gonna get to work on the other 2, I just canceled or quit where I was. So this is Quaker Gone Tropic. I have, of course, some stitching to add in this area here, but I was just kind of, this right in here is a big medallion, and it's on 4 pieces of paper because that's where the page ends. So I've kind of worked around on the other pages, and then when I get to this, I use a working copy. I'm going to cut this medallion out and tape it together so I can get it in the right spot and have it all in one piece. But anyway, since the 6 and 6, I did this little star. I did this piece of medallion over here. Let me get a little closer. I did the anchor and the ship, the little medallion down here at the bottom, this little, I guess that's supposed to be like a wave, and the little crab, and this. So I got quite a bit done. I've worked on this for several days. So once I knew I wasn't going to make the 6 and 6, I just stayed on this, and I've been working on it pretty heavy. You know, I'll get in the mood to work on something, and I stitch and stitch and stitch, and then I'm kind of like, okay, I'm done with it. You know, I got my fill of it, or got enough stitching. I was satisfied with it, and so I put it away. So then the next one I did for the 6 and 6 was, no, I don't want to do this one first because it's on the bottom. Let me do this. Cardinal Point. Everybody knows Cardinal Point. Helen D just finished hers, and it really turned out pretty. So this is Cardinal Point. It was a New Year's Day start for me in 2020. And it is so pretty. I really like the colors. I really enjoy stitching on it. And I even took everything off scroll rod, or not off the rods, but off my lap stands and end bars, so I could show you everything today. This is where I am on Cardinal Point. I did change, the only thing I've changed is the wing right here because I wanted to give it a little bit of brown since it was a male cardinal, so can't remember what color I put with it. For some reason I'm thinking 455, but I'm not sure. And I just took one strand of red and one strand of the brown and mixed it together and put it on the wing because I wanted the, you know, the male cardinals have a little bit of brown. I got to get this rolled up the way the needles are. So anyway, I'm pleased with it. I'm using all the sampler threads that it called for. And now I've put that one away. The next one I did is a very slow one. And it is, I'll have to show you. I bought this off of Etsy. It's called Scandi Christmas Baubles. It's by Counting the Stars. They're out of the UK. And I thought this was going to be, it's really pretty. I've seen it stitched up online, not in person, but I saw it stitched up online. And I thought it was going to be a great one that you could just outline and fill it in. And it's not. There went my magnet board. It's a lot of confetti stitching. Let me pick this up. Shoot. Hard for an old lady to bend over. All right, so this is, whoops. This is all I've got done on the chart, and it is like lots of confetti stitching. So let me show you the piece. You would think that would be a lot of accomplishment, wouldn't you? I'll hold it back here. So you would think that would be a great accomplishment. I'm doing it 1/1 on a 28 count, I believe it is. Now there went my needle magnet. That's all I have done. 1/1. And I bet I have used almost every color. It calls for a lot of different colors. I think, don't remember if I have it. Let me find it right quick. I think my floss is in here. Yeah. This is my floss on bobbins. Golly, I can't hold on to anything. And it has used, I know every color, almost every color, if not all of them. So it's really one you have to pay attention to. I use my magnet board with my line on there, my magnet on there to show what line I'm working on. And I just make however many stitches are in that line of that color, and then I highlight them. So it's a very slow process. I'm gonna have stuff everywhere from dropping it. And then the last one I worked on for the 6x6 was Sampler Girls, and it is by M Designs. It's an older chart, and I'm doing the big one. This is from 2017. But I think it's so cute. It says, when this you see, remember me. And then it says, let virtue be a guide to thee. Be ye kind. Oh boy, that's some little writing. Something hands. Idle hands make for idle minds. That's what it says. Then this I have wrought with my own hands, and then you put your name on it. So this is where I'm at on it. It's hard to tell when you're looking at that chart, the difference in it, because it's so tiny and it's kind of washed out. But I am really enjoying working on this. So that's that one. So those were the ones I did during the 6x6 by the Fanciful Flamingo and the Camping Stitcher. So then my current whips that I'm working on, we're doing a Sal Stitchy Brat. Started a Sal for Halloween Hijinks, where we do a section of it each month. And you can find her on Instagram under Stitchy Brat, or Stitch Brat. Might be Stitch Brat. I could put her down below. But this, I had already had this started, and this was, when they started theirs, it was going to be from the very start. But this was October, this was November, this was December. Well, I had part of this done, and I had all of this done. So what I did is I counted how many little icons or whatever, little shapes across here. And wherever I had left off, I just counted the same amount and worked down to that point. And that's what I do each month. So for December, I left off somewhere in this range. So now I'm coming across here and coming up. I think there's 25 of those. So I'm just counting over and up 25, and I'm going to try to get those done. So hopefully I'll stay ahead of the game just a little bit. If not, then maybe it'll just get caught up to, you know, where it actually is. Let me find my chart. Y'all probably know what it looks like anyway, but so this is Halloween Hijinks, and it's really cute. Fun to. Well, let me say, I don't enjoy stitching on it, but on that border, I've kind of got into a routine, so the border is easy. I did, you know, wasn't really excited about working on it, but I like the way it's coming out. And that's why I did it, because I like the look of it, so I just got to get to the point that I can enjoy the look of it. Whoops. The last one, no, it's not the last one I'm working on. It's next to the last one I'm working on. I worked on this. I'm not working on it now, but I worked on it since my last Flosstube. Alphabet Blocks by Carriage House Sampling. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Carolyn Manning is the designer for Halloween Hijinks. I'm doing mine on a 18 count Ada. Anyway, this is Carriage House Samplings. Alphabet block. I had the elephant done in my last video, and I think I had started farm. And let me get back to where, okay. I think I had part of the farm done. So I did the farm, I did the goose. Is that goose? Yeah. G for goose. And horse. And I quit on the horse, and I gotta go back and fill that in, and it's getting filled in with, don't drop it, it's getting filled in with the 503. So I've enjoyed stitching on this. They're fun to do, but I just gotta take one evening and go back and fill that in. But you can see I still got a good ways to go. So this is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and then the border. I got to carry the border on down too on the H, but I like the colors. The pattern is, if you see it, look at it again. The backgrounds are all done in the same color. I saw it stitched up using different colors for all of them. So I have picked a few different colors, and I'm just kind of scattering them out and doing them in different. The goose is a little bit hard to see, but there, when you get it up close, you can see it. And this is a 32 count. It looks like, wow, I don't know. I think it's probably Country Mocha, maybe. So that's that one. And then the last one I'm working on, I haven't gotten very far with, and it's Calendar Girls. I have 3 or 4 of them. I think I have 4 of them done right now. I think this is going to be the 5th one. This is Calendar Girl November. And I got it started, but very little. That's all I've got done on it. It's a little crow up on the top and starting the vine. So this is fabric I dyed myself. This is just scrap fabric I put on the edge so I can put it in my Q-snap and not waste so much linen. This is also a 28 count. And I have no idea what colors I used in this to dye it. So that is Calendar Girls. And that's the last of my whips. Let me kind of move this around just a bit. This is going to go quicker than I thought until we get down to the Christmas ornaments. I'm going to move on to haul now. I think I have lost my notes. Let me look. FFOs, current whips, older whips, New Year's Day start. All right, let me show you my New Year's Day start. And I think there has been about 8 or 10 people that have contacted me, and they're going to join in with my New Year's Day start sal. This is a pattern by Twin Peak Primitives. I talked about it in a couple of videos back. I bought this at Galleria in St. Charles when I went down there. It's called Peacock Sampler. I love this. I love houses. And this house is so different from any other house I've seen. And the peacocks are too. I love the urn at the bottom with the flowers. Like the alphabet at the top. I mean, I just love everything about this. And I don't know, is those rabbits or squirrels that's climbed up on the roof? I'd say it's squirrels. We have lots of squirrels that get up on our roof. This is the floss it calls for. I don't know if I can show it to where it's very good. The light colors here, I bought extra because I didn't have this color, so I just bought extra. And I threw it in. But it's got some real pretty blues. It's got some browns and golds. A little bit of green, a little bit of reds. Rose color. So the colors are really pretty. And then day before yesterday I dyed my fabric for it. And let me find something white to put behind it. What's that? Yeah, this will work. So, I don't even know which is the right side. So, and then I had it ironed, and then I laid it with the book, folded in fourths, and it kind of got a fold line in it. Let me turn it around, see if this one shows any better. It's not a lot of modeling, but a little bit. That shows it better. So what I did, I used a pearl cotton, Rit dye pearl gray, and I put this in the container, crunched it, wet it down, crunched it up, put it in the container, glass bowl, poured the pearl gray over the fabric, and then I took it out and I rinsed it really good, and then I laid it out on the counter, and I used a little spray bottle, and I mixed up some evening blue, and I just randomly sprayed the evening blue with the spray bottle, so there's not very much of it here and there, and it's, like I said, it's kind of hard to see it. That kind of washes it out, but when it's together, it's closer to the color of this is a gray. I don't know what color it shows or what color it actually calls for, because this is the one I was a little confused on. It says 14 count Ada oatmeal rustico, but then it says the model was stitched on 25 count Zwagart Lugana, but it doesn't say what color, so I don't know. But anyway, if you would like to join in on this sal, I do have a hashtag on Instagram. It is, I have to get my chart because I couldn't come up with anything, and I ended up coming up with a long one. It's hashtag TPP for Twin Peak Primitives 2023 New Year Day Sal Peacock Sampler. So, Twin Peaks 2023 New Year's Day. It's a sal and it's a peacock sampler. So if you'd like to join, like I said, there's 8 or 10 people that said they were going to join in with me. So that'd be fun to see how everybody's going. And if anybody changes colors and changes their fabric or whatever, it'd be fun to see what everybody's doing. And it's a sow, so as they say, it's a stitch along or a start along. You do it at your own pace. I definitely will not be stitching on it all the time. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet, but I've decided this year, this kind of coming year for 2023, I have so many large projects that I have going. I have to get another drink of tea. I have to show you this little, isn't this a cute mug? Christmas wishes. It looks like it's a vintage scene with my little manatee tea holder. So anyway, this coming year I've decided I want to do some starts, but I'm not starting anything big. I'm going to keep it within a range that I can get it done in 2 or 3 days, and then work on my big projects, and then whenever I feel like it, start a new one. But it has to be a small, has to be like pin pillows, Christmas ornaments. I did do this the other day. I wasn't going to show it, but I'll show it since it's right here by my chair. It's the Advent Animal Calendar, or Ornaments by Brooks Books. And I have printed them all out. Every one of them, I printed them out, put them in sleeve protectors. They're so cute. Put them in sleeve protectors. I figured up, they all are 43 stitches by 52 stitches. So I did this. I'm just going to use some even weave, and I'm going to dye it blue. I can get on a piece of even weave that I bought at, I don't know, Hobby Lobby or Joann's or whatever. It comes 20 by 24, and I've got 2 packs of it. So I'm going to dye that, and I can get 16 on one piece of fabric, and I can get, and then I'll have to have another one to get the rest of them. So I think that's probably going to be a start. I don't know if I'm going to work on one and then start the next one, or whether I'm just going to say work on one ornament and go do a pin keep or something like that. Not sure I'm going to do that, but I am going to make myself not start any other big projects except for Peacock Sampler on New Year's Day. That is it. I have to be a good girl. Here, I brought this up out of the basement. I wanted to show it to you. This is a tin I've had for years. I don't even know where I got it, but it's just such a cool tin. It looks like cross stitch, as you know, Whitman tins. And see, I've got a few little, I don't know what happened, a few little dents in it. I don't know if I could lay it out and use a hammer and straighten it out a little bit on, if I laid it on the floor or on a towel or something and tried it. But anyway, it's got the cross stitch around the sides. And I just think it's really cute. I brought it up and I just stuck some random stuff in it. But I think it says best before April, either 89 or 99. I can't read the writing on it very well. So it does have some age on it. So now I have haul. So let me get situated here. My haul, these are the iron-on labels that I bought. I really like them. They're thick, so they feel pretty sturdy. They are by the Heart of Wonder Studio team. And let me look here. It even tells you, like, if you need to reorder, it gives you at the bottom what font I chose. It says I chose 3 different fonts, but I only have 2 lines, so I'm not real sure. Anyway, but those are the little iron-on tags. I think I got 40 or 50 of them in here. They weren't that expensive. Has a little handmade with love sticker on the front. But yeah, it's Etsy shop, the Heart of Wonder studio team. Heartofwonder.net. There is also that website. So, I don't know. You might check them out if you want something like this. I just wanted something that, you know, on my frame pieces, I put the labels on the back of it that tells who framed or who stitched it. And I wanted something for the back of my pillows and my stand-ups or ornaments or whatever. So, I just ironed them on those little ornaments I finished the other day. That's the first ones I did. I finally got my punch needle on Primitive Stitcher magazine, and I have a slide going on here. A lot of people have gotten it. I seem to be late in the game on getting mine. I don't know why. It's pretty. This is out of Missouri. I think it's right out of, is it Rolla? I always get confused where it's at, but you know, I'm in Missouri, Galena, Missouri. I have a feeling it's over by Kansas City. I'm not sure. So I don't know why I'm later getting mine, even though I'm in the same state. But so a few things that I did print out or I bought. Jeanette Douglas on her mini bouquet free design, I printed out December and November. So if you, I've not made any of these. These are some that I'm considering as far as new starts. This is a free chart. I don't know if it matters or not, but I'll cover it up. But these are something I've thought about as far as smalls for next year, is making the little pillows individually out of these and putting them in a dough bowl. So I don't make a lot of smalls for dough bowls, so that's why I need to do it. I have my Christmas out, and I have one dough bowl I took down to the basement for the time being because I couldn't find any smalls to put in it. And I don't know. I'm not very creative with decorating, so I have to see something to be able to do it. But let's see. This one, I was on Pinker and Pumpkin website the other day, or on their blog, and they have a quilt they're using these patterns. They're stitching them, just embroidery on them in red and making them into a quilt. So I printed those out, and I'd like to do those. Then on Etsy, I bought some patterns. I bought from Stitchy Princess. She came out with the Nativity, and I thought that was really cute. So I bought it. I've been trying to support some of the Ukrainian designers. So check her out. Also on Etsy, Al Stitching House. I bought this one. This one is Santa Brought a Christmas Gift. Santa brought a Christmas gift. And I love the houses, but I also like the way Santa's going up over the top of them. So that, and these charts are really nice. There's several pages to them. They're pretty good sized graphs. This one is called Christmas Train by Al Stitching House. These three are all by the same, but I've never seen a train, and I thought that was pretty cool. And this one I had never seen, but I thought it was awesome. It's a Merry Christmas truck. And I don't know, I think it was a commercial on TV when I saw this. I think there's an old Coca-Cola commercial years ago that it was a tractor trailer, and it was all decorated up for Christmas in the commercial for Coke. So that's what that reminded me of. But I think that's really cute too. A lot of fill in with red, unless that's confetti, and I didn't look at it. I just printed it off, and let me try to pull it out and look. If it's just fill in, that's good. If it's not, it's fill in. So there's not a lot of confetti stitching, so that's good. Other than the snowflakes at the top, and I don't like to stitch snowflakes. I don't know why. I can't get in a rhythm when I'm stitching snowflakes. It's just put a stitch here and there, and I'm not very, I don't know, I just don't like stitching snowflakes, but I'll get through it. Sometimes you have to do something you don't like just to get what you want. Okay, that is everything that I have except for Christmas ornaments that I have done in the past, and I'm going to have to shift around here. I keep them, uh-oh, I bumped the camera. Hello again. Hang on. Hold on. I knew that was going to happen. Just knew it. Okay. I'm not taking that out. It's like 2 seconds, so. All right, so this is in one of those decorative boxes you get at Hobby Lobby. I'm not going to show everything in here because I don't think everything is cross-stitch like my tree topper. It's a felt, so I'm probably not going to show some of this stuff. This one is a little frame piece that I did last year about Christmas time, and we all have seen this. I can't remember. I think it might be Heart and Hand. Anyway, I was at Goodwill or a thrift store and I found this frame, and just as soon as I saw that frame I thought that is going to work perfect for this little design, and I liked the frame, and I had just recently got the magazine that this was in, so I thought, what could I put in it, and then this came to me, so I did that. So that's the only frame piece in here, because probably what happened, I found it later and I had all my Christmas packed up, but this, and I threw it in the box. Okay, let me shift. I made these years ago. Well, I made all of them years ago. These are some mittens, and we may run onto some more. And I can't remember the designer, so you may have to just look at it and then see if you can't find some old patterns maybe, and I don't remember where this pattern came from, but I stitched it. I put a blue flannel that's lint covered on the back. I just put a little hanger and poked some little Christmassy decorations down in the top, and and I filled these with fiber fill, so they're good size. I mean, see, they're the size of my hand, so they're good size. So I usually do a tree that is pretty much all my hand cross-stitch ornaments. I did this little guy. I did this one a couple of years ago. So what I'm going to do is take those iron-on labels, and I'm going to go back and iron those on here. So this little guy, I did this one a couple of years ago. Santa Knows. This is a Lizzie Kate. I do know that one. I think I finished this one last year. This is called Bernard. I do know that, and I believe it's a Heart and Hand. I have trouble with shaky hands. But anyway, this is Bernard. I put that same trim I used earlier on those others around it with white straight pins again, a little ribbon and a bell at the top, and then little snowman on the back. Then, let's see, I did this one. It was a quickie to do. I think I did that in an afternoon. It's got beads on it. I'm going to try to move you back just a little. Okay, this one's got beads on it, and then it has the little star up at the top, and I put this fabric on it, same trim that I used on the others. I did this one. This is a 2000. 22 years old. This was in one of the Just Cross Stitch magazines from a long time ago. So I don't know whether it was a 2000 magazine or whether it was newer or older or what. But I did that one. Just put a little star. I did the cording, but this cording was a store-bought cording, I believe. It looks like a store-bought cording. Let's see. I got these three little guys. Let me find the third one. Where is he? He should be in here. All right. Here's another one of the gloves, of the mittens. I gotta move some stuff around to get to my stitch pieces. We'll do those later. Okay, I had a couple of, I got this. This was a little kit in a tart tin. And I did this one a long time ago. And it's soft and padded. I did this mitten for one of our cats, Whiskers. We no longer have him. He's been gone a long time. But I did that. Just put a little red fabric on the back. Glued a little green on it. Some ready-made cording. And I glue my cording on. It suits me. I use tacky glue and a very fine line. And this is Have a Merry Missouri Christmas. Very simple one to do. These came out years ago, and they had one for each state. So you could have, it would be the outline of the state, and then it'd say Have a Merry whatever Christmas. They were all the same. They just changed the state. Okay. This is the same one. I mean, not the same one. I just had two kits, so I did them both. And then, can't find that other one. This is a pattern I got, and I don't remember who it's by. I didn't put any cording or anything on it. It came with the chart and the button. So I just put the green fabric on some board and this piece on the board and glued them together. Put another piece on the back and used the jute. So that one. This one was a DMC, like an anniversary piece from 1999. So I made that. I didn't put anything in it. I do have it finished. It's lined, but then it has that cording I made that goes around it. I think it came with this little DMC tag, and it also came with the ribbon. Okay, let me keep digging here. This, I'll show you because I put it on my tree. A friend made me this one, and I believe it's out of an old Just Cross Stitch magazine. When I was in my stitching group, we had an ornament exchange at Christmas, and she made it for me. And this is, well, 2009. She put that on the bottom. And we were called the Swans, and I'm going to have to think about that. I can't remember what it stood for. I know I have a notepad because she gave us some notepads for it. They had the same thing. This one was also in one of my ornament exchanges from our group. And this lady stitched both sides. Season's Greetings and Christmas. And this was a Prairie Schooler. I do know that. This is one I got from a friend. It says, Have a Perfect Christmas. And it has some little fringy trim for the cattail. I still can't find that. Okay, let's see. I got this one as a gift Can't remember who gave me that either. I hate that when they don't have tags on them. Got this one as a little gift. And it's another Prairie Schooler. It's one of the mini stocking books they have. I have this one. Now, I put a hang tag on it. That was smart of me. Probably the same person. Did this one, 2005. And it's the same pattern, but it's on both sides. It's, then I did, this is one I did. I think I did it last year. It's a Lizzie Kate. I used a button for his nose. And I used the same trim. I like this trim. I've bought up a bunch of it. Alright, those are not something I made. This one I made. Is it dated? It is not dated. But I did this. I'd say it came out of one of the Just Cross Stitch magazines. Just a red on the back. This is, cannot remember who this is by. I used to do these tags, and these were really great looking tags, but I kind of got lazy with it. It says Stitched by Dina Gentry 2009. And I have dog hair on everything. Can you imagine that? But anyway, and then I got the knot over here to the side, and I just fuzzed it up, so. But I kind of got lazy because I don't like stitching those labels, so I quit. This is a Prairie Schooler. I did, and just, well, put this on the back. I mean, it's just linen on the back. I did this one. It's a Lizzie Kate. I like to do the Lizzie Kates 1/1, and they come out really little. And I had this cording, but I had some trim that has these stars on it, so I wrapped it around. Put a Santa fabric on the back. This is a Mill Hill Santa with perforated paper. This one is really, really old because it was one of the first things I did on perforated paper. And I don't like stitching on perforated paper. This was a kit. It's metal. Let's see. It's metal, and you just stitched the little areas on it. And I have no idea. These are so old, I have no idea who those would have been by. They had a lot of different ones. Okay, let me keep digging here. Prairie Schooler, I don't know what year this one is. I think I finished it up last year. It's Dear Santa, I Was Good. And then it says doll and drum over here. And then, oh, that's an envelope, says North Pole. I don't know which year this is. I know it was one of the cards. This one, I always liked this one. It's a Lizzie Kate, and I did it 1/1. And it says, when you stop believing, you get socks and underwear. And I actually took some felt and put along the bottom so it looks like Santa is standing on snow. And then some gold, narrow gold trim, candy cane backing. But this is one of my favorite ones. Got more, hang on. I just gotta keep digging. I did this one. It was out of a Just Cross Stitch magazine. Try to hold it still. And then I just put I had some green velvet I put on the back of it. I did this one. little dog. It was like the little mitten, but I finished it just a little bit different. Put same, no, that's not the same trim. That's like a braided cord or something. Anyway, did that. This one I got as a gift from our exchange. And, okay, I got more. This is the same as the dog and the cat, but it's a snowman. And put the green on the back, same little cording. Then this one, I don't remember what the name of, who the designer is on this one. It's, I should clean all these up as I look at them. 2009, Christmas 2009. It's hard to see, but this whole area down here is white or off-white for snow, but it's kind of hard to see. I probably said a few cuss words while I was stitching on that one, because I bet that was a pain to do. I don't remember. Good thing we don't remember those things, huh? And then I did my stitch label on that, so I did that in 2009. I thought I had 3 of these snowmen, but maybe I've only done 2. Who knows? It surely isn't in another box. Here's another Mill Hill that I did. It was a beaded kit. Let me try to see if it'll focus a little better. There. So that's perforated paper, and then I put felt on the back. This is just a primitive embroidery that I did, but I finished it similar to the others. All right, I'm going to go ahead and show you these because I don't see a third one, but I thought I had a third one. This is, I should know this designer, and I can't come up with it. But anyway, I have him, and I have him. And for some reason, I thought there was a third one. I don't know. Maybe I found it later and stuck it in some other boxes. But anyway, I have both of these. These are stitched on, it's a heather field, and I stitched 2 over 2, so the excess came out big. I would say it's a 14 or an 18 count. Let me show you if I can get close. So they come out good size X's. And a little button nose, little metal ornament at the top. Again, a little button nose, little metal ornament. Now put them back in there. Wait a minute, I still find some more. I have some other things I put on that tree, like some glittery stars. I have, I'll show you these. Let me look. No, not this one. It's this one. I made these years ago, and occasionally one will get broken. But they're gingerbread, and they're a tree. We have a place in Missouri, it's called Big Cedar Lodge, and we were down there for conventions at times. And I bought one of their cookie cutters, but they will leave these in your room every night, a cookie in your room after they clean. And so I bought the cookie cutter, and when you bought the cookie cutter, you got the recipe for the gingerbread. And so I make those and we eat them, but I made these and then I let them dry real good, and then I hung them on the tree. Okay, I think that's all. Nope, I got this one, I got that one. Okay, then this is it. This is going to be about it. This is Prairie Schooler, and I think it was one of their little mini cards. So I did that. Just put a little green on the back. I don't remember when that one was. That's an oldie. Oldie but goodie. This one I did last year. I did not stitch it. I just made it into an ornament. My husband, I've said several times, my husband gets storage units. He buys storage units and sells stuff out of it. This was in with some stuff from the storage unit. Well, I thought somebody stitched that, so, and it's not too bad. It looks vintage. So I couldn't think of how else to finish it other than I wanted it to kind of look vintage. So I'm not a big lace person. I'm not a ruffle and lace and foo-foo person. So I went ahead and put the eyelet lace on it just because I thought it kind of needed it for the look of it. And maybe not, but it might have been all right with some cording instead, but that's how I finished it. And then these I did as an experiment. I watched a YouTube video on these folded stars, and this is a styrofoam ball. I made one, and one was good enough for me, because after I got done, it's like, not gonna do that again. But these are where you start out with the little squares of fabric, and you fold them, and you create this star, and you put 1,000 pins in here, and then when you do one side, you do the other side, and then your trim covers where they all meet. And I like it. I thought it turned out really pretty, but I'm not doing another one. And this one was very easy. I found this one, I think, on YouTube. And I think this starts out as a square, and somehow you fold it, and you get this little guy, and then I put just an old button in the middle of it. But yeah, I can't remember how it works on that, but I did those. I've realized that those aren't my thing. I don't like doing that kind of stuff. So, you try it. If you like it, good. And if you don't, move on to something else. So I believe that's everything. Hannah's asleep on my patterns, so I got to get her off of them because she's going to put a crinkle in them. Let me look and see if that was everything I had. I did that. I was going to let you know some of the stitchers I've been watching, so you might want to check them out. Bougie Stitchers, I watch every one of them. They're so funny. Tiny House Stitcher Angie, she has a she has a finishing business, and she shows her pieces that she does for customers that she has finished, and she is so good. She is really a nice finisher. Of course, there's Vanna, but I think Vanna is probably backed up for years on getting her stuff done, but I don't know. But Vanna Pfeiffer, the Twisted Stitcher, she really does some nice finishing. So I know those two do. I don't know. I'm sure there's other stitchers out there that have a finishing business, but those are the only two I know of. But Angie with Tiny House Stitcher, she does really good. The Fanciful Flamingo, I love her. Sunshine Stitchers with Sheila and AJ, I watch them. Chrissy, Finally a Farm Girl. Two Needles Pulling Thread, Kathy and Missy, they're always good to watch. Kindred Stitcher, Lisa Smith, I like her. And Mouse Potatoes Designs, Felicia, I like to watch her. She's been, I like watching the way she does her Instagram post, and also when she does her Flosstube. So as far as when she's finishing stuff, and she's really good, so check her out. The Paisley Stitcher, I know she's one that come to mind. Garden Goose, I've recently started watching her. I'm trying to think of some others that I usually watch. I can't think of any right now. Last night I spent, I don't know, a couple, 3 hours watching cording videos, just how to make cording. I've made cording many a times, and I've got a book upstairs from a class I took, but I thought, I'm going to refresh my brain for making some cording again. So anyway, if you, my husband, I forgot to show these. My husband made me some more scroll rods for peacock sampler from Twin Peaks Primitive for the stitch along. He makes these rods, puts the piece in that we need, and then you can put your end bars on it. But I found this kind of a woven it's heavy duty webbing. I think it's for like straps, toe bag straps or something. But needles go through it really, really nice, but it's heavy. So he made me another pair of those. So I don't know how many pairs of scroll rods I have now, probably 40 or so. But anyway, I think that's it. It's been a long time. I've been away so long, I just feel like I'm starting over again. But anyway, I don't know if I get another one in before Christmas or not. We'll just have to wait and see. So anyway, if I don't, I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and all the things. So just enjoy the season. And I know a lot of people have trouble getting through the season. I'm one of those. I tend to have those down periods through the winter months, so I really kind of struggle getting through the days sometime with the gloomy, cold weather. So anyway, you just got to take a minute and sit back and think about what you got and enjoy what you have. And I don't know. That's about all I know, is to just try to keep a stiff upper lip and get through it. Our kids came in for Thanksgiving dinner, and we had a great time, and they'll be here again for Christmas, so we'll all have a good time together. They've kind of taken over some of the cooking, so they bring some stuff with them, so I don't have to do as much. Steve cooks most of the time, and I cook a little bit, but usually on the holidays I cook a little bit more. So anyway, they'll be here for Christmas. We'll probably have our traditional Christmas lasagna and then open presents. So anyway, I've said enough. So you all have a good holiday season, good New Year's. And like I said, if you want to join me for the New Year's stitch along, I'd be excited to have you come and join. And until then, keep stitching. Bye.